Hello everyone, the Clouds here, and today guys I'm going to review a Megabloks Dragons set released in 2006 in the US and in 2007 in Europe, or at least in France. It's going to be a set from the Battlestorm subsim, and it's going to be a mid-sized dragon which was sold of course in an egg. And this time I have the packaging which goes with it, so here we go. So this dragon is called Cyclonblaze. You have a picture of the set itself right there, which is a little modified in terms of color, by the way, because this part of the head is not the same color as in the real set. Of course, you got the names, also the fact that this dragon is from the first series, because usually Megabloks released two series of dragons, of 4 dragons per subsim, to reuse the molds and add new colors. So the name's right there. The fact that we're going to have a CD-ROM and a trading card in this set, plus a little drawing of the dragon is here. A picture of the plasma crystal. And then you got a little description that I'm going to read right now. So, Cyclonblaze Nova Dragon heroically emits explosive roars and blinding flashes to debilitate his enemies. You have then the 3 other dragons shown right there, from the first series of course. And then you got, I guess, yes, how to build the dragons, what you can make with the egg and the crystal and stuff like that. So all the gimmicks and play features shown right there, and then some other sets from this subsim. And that said, well, let's move on with the egg. Excuse me. But maybe first I'm just going to show you the CD-ROM, which is a little broken, by the way. Of course it was not broken when I bought this set, but with time, you know. And I think, by the way, that these 4 dragons belong to the second series, by the way, so it's quite weird. But, well, I think that this dragon was first from the second series, so I can't really say, but, well, it's rated series 1 in big in the box, so I'm just going to say that this dragon is from the first series. And so, yes, the egg. So, like I said, the egg is, of course, different than the previous released eggs from Fire and Ice or the Metal Ages subsim. This one is a little more organic, and I think these things kind of look like leaves, if you want my opinions. And well, really, just have to do a little turn around, I think, and you will see all the little textures and details of this new mold, which is quite cool and quite unique also. Except for the fact that, of course, it's going to reuse this soft plastic part, which in fact blowy what is on the other side in the egg. Because when you bought this set, you can clearly see the head of the dragons behind this little part, and you can see it in a blowy way, so kind of cool looking. And then you have one thing which is new with the Battlestorm subsim and these dragons is this part right there, which is used to hold the plasma crystal. The plasma crystal looks like that, but mine is a little broken because you're supposed to have 2 colors, trans-clear liquid, which is the case right there, as you can see, but also another color, like for example here, the blue. But maybe mine just fade away, I don't really know, but well, this means I just have the trans-clear color and not the blue one. But it was supposed to go down, for example, when you put this thing upside down. Notice the 2 points of connection, and so if you want to see a working plasma crystal, you just have to watch my other Battlestorms video, like for example the one on the Battlefield vehicle set, or even the one on the other dragon called Cirrus Fire. So here we go, and of course you can open the egg, but it doesn't really feature any points of of attach or anything like that. And that's it. I think that's all for the egg, guys. So now it's time to move on to the dragon. So I do not have the instruction booklet, but well, it was not really that interesting. It just showed you a drawing of the dragon that we can also see on the box, and well, that's all seriously. So let's move on with first the body frame, which of course features all the points of connection to link the rear legs, the front arms, tail, wings, and head right there. Notice the color scheme, which is mostly light blue in some metallic, as you can see, effect, silver, and then dark blue for the other parts. And we will also see some transparent colors later on for the wings and head. And that said, I think that's all. So you can still see this armor part, which will be useful to hold the plasma crystal, and also these two handles, which are used to put a minifig on the dragon, because unlike the previous dragons, like the Metallurgist one, you do not have any studs right there to put directly to sit down the fig to make it fight the dragon. So they decided to get rid of these 4 studs and replace them with 2 handles, which was, well, I think a little, well, they work worse, for my opinion. So, well, just let's move on, yes, with the rear legs first. So, new mold, once again, kind of like the body. And notice that the 2 rear legs are asymmetrical. This means they are not, it's not the same mold, as you can clearly see. This one is more stretched than this one. And this means it will look like that if you put them on the ground. Now it's time to move on and put the front arms, but this time it's not new part, because those parts were already used on the Metallurgist dragons. So with the big spikes right there, the spines. There we go. Then the tail, which is a new mold, which got a special shape, as you can see. Right there. Now we're going to link the wings. And as you can see, we have some nice drawing right there, plus a transparent fade. So it goes from transparent gray to silver, as you can see. And it's okay, it works quite nice. It works pretty nice, to me. We just have to link the wings. And this will be all. Then we're going to have the head, which also features transparent part. In fact, all the upper side is transparent. You just have some metallic light blue color used right there, plus of course some yellow for the eyes. But in fact, all the part itself is transparent. Then we just have to link the plasma crystal, and that will be all. So I'm going to do a little turn around, guys, and then talk about the articulations of this action figure. And here we go. So in terms of articulation, well, first I'm going to put that like that. First, the rear legs have just got 1 point of rotation, like that. The tail can be also turned if you want, even if I think it's not really supposed to turn, in fact, but in the storyline, but at least you can do that with the action figure. Well, so like I said, this part also has 1 rotation point, and then you have the front arms, which got 3 rotation points. So 1 like that, 1 up and down, and also 1, of course, on the elbow section, which can go a little less than 90 degrees, as you can see. So yeah, it works like that. Then you have the wings, which features 2 points of rotation, 1 on the sides and 1 up and down once again. So yes, my wings are a little loose, at least on my action figure, so they tend to just fall off. But well, if you bought it brand new, of course, that was not supposed to happen. Of course, also notice once again the handles right there. It's not an articulation, but at least it's a play feature. And also notice the head, which can be turned on the sides, up and down once again, and also the mouth can be opened, of course. And I think this will be all for this dragon, guys. So overall, it's a pretty cool dragon. So it features not really a new type of color scheme, which is not as dark as some other dragons released before. This time it's used more fresh, generally bright colors, like the light blue in a metallic, with some metallic effects and stuff like that, the silver. So this is a color scheme which might not please everyone, but at least it's original, and the color choose, excuse me, are well chosen, if you want my opinion. because they all have the same type of shade, which is a bright shade like the light blue, the silver, and this type of stuff. Then you have the new molds, which are pretty cool, I think. It's kind of like the Metallurgy's mid-sized dragons, but even thinner than this one. So while this overall style is really thin and well, it looks like a dragon. In fact, it's not really that original, but at least it looks like a dragon. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about that, seriously. But the new molds are okay. I especially like the wings, of course, and the head, but also mostly for their pendule, because I'm really a big fan of transparent parts. But they really look pretty cool, if you want my opinion. Then you have, excuse me, I'm going just to put the egg, which, by the way, is also a nice mold and really a nice function to put the crystal in there. And then, well, apart from that, you can talk about the articulations, which are, well, not really new, because we already know this type of articulations from the past, from the Metallurgy's dragon. So it's okay, you can't, of course, do anything you want, but at least you have some range of movement, which is still nice, and it works, once again, okay. Personally, I'm not really a big fan of these dragons. I think they're pretty good, but they are not that impressive, in fact. But once again, I think it's all a question of taste, of opinions. So, well, I think this will be all, guys. I'm not going to make a long sum up, because there is nothing really more to talk about. It's a pretty nice action figure with some nice mods. There is no big problems in this set, while sometimes the colors might not please everyone, and the articulations do not allow you to make tons of poses, but at least it's a sweet dragon, which can complete nicely your dragon's collection. And that will be all, guys. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comments section of this video review. I will happily answer them. And that said, well, see you later for another video review. Bye bye.